So they are breaking the stones here, and they're doing this all by horsepower. These are Mennonites visiting other Mennonites. So this is the sawmill here in Springfield, and I will show you to the best of my abilities how this is going to work. All of this is coming from horsepower. So let me show you how the horses work. And here they have 8 horses today. So the kids have a whip, and with the whip it can make the horses go faster. So here's where the drive shaft, this is where it's coming from. This is where it's going to be rotating from. So it's going to go all the way through here and then all the way to the cutter. This is where the drive shaft is going to come from. It's going to go all the way under, and then it's going to come here, and it's basically going to spin all of this, and it's going to go all the way here. And then from there, they're using water to help cut the wood. So this is where they're going to burn the wood, and then the end result might be something like this. And with this you can do many things with it. This is going to be scrap. Some of this scrap is actually good and can be sold, and then some of the other scrap is going to be burned like this. To pull all of these logs, all of these trees, they actually use horses, not horses, oxen, to pull it all the way from there. And I think the land is owned by an American guy, and he basically allows the Amish people to use the facility, to use the wood, and they give him a money for every piece of wood, I believe, or but depending on the weight or however they go about it. So they'll get something like this, and then they'll start cutting it. This, I believe, is not brought by a oxen. I think this is from maybe a tractor or something, and I don't know how they brought it up here, but this is humongous. So this is what it looks like. This is the sawmill, all of it done by horses. No electric, no gas powered, no engine power. All of it is horses. So they have a water coming out of here, and the water helps it with cutting. So he's gonna get his chain on this log, and let's see what he does. So the little kid came out to help. Oh, the little kid knows how to do it.
We usually do it this way, that the horse that's laziest comes in,
yeah.
Inside.
But I thought you got this on for videos.
You can?
Yeah?
You can?
I'll say my spot.
This is from a car, right?
I think so. Well,
This looks like
some kind of machine, yeah.
it looks like it's from a car.
Yeah.
And then these is from like a semi truck or like a truck.
It must be somewhere. Yeah.
So there is actually a lot of technology going on here. So the sawdust is carried here. So there's not a lot of sawdust inside. So it's basically gonna go here. So let me show you where all the sawdust is gonna go. You're gonna have to cross the main street here. And then this is where it's gonna go. So on this layer, there's the sawdust. And then the other layer shouldn't really have much. And by the time it gets back, it's not going to contain much sawdust, but the top layer does and the lower belt doesn't. Sawdust, not so much. And then there's a gentleman that might buy this or uses it for fertilizer or some other things, but this is where the sawdust goes. And this is the sawmill. So what they're doing today is actually the guy is buying fencing. The fence right here, the wood for the fence, that's what he's buying. And it might be a little bit bigger like this here. Like this. And these are the kids. It's a really hard job. It's a dangerous job. He was telling me that some of the people have lost fingers. And people from other communities, Spanish people, they come here and they buy the logs. So it can be hardwood. This is more so like soft, which is kind of like used for construction. And then as you get towards the harder woods, that's more used for like interior things, even kitchen or things like that. Things like this one. And this is moving very slowly.
Get up. Whoa.
So all of this technology is with horsepower.
Well, I guess if you call it technology.
You know, there's people that live more basic than Mennonites.
Well, there's countries where the people that barely have a little hut, and actually our lifestyle is classed among the rich. We are actually. We can't complain that we're poor. Get up. Ooh.
Are you not afraid for your fingers?
Oh, I've been doing this for quite a while already and never had much problem.
Oh my God.
I try to be careful.
These are your blades.
Yeah, those used ones.
Okay, and how often do you have to change them?
Oh, depends, but one blade can last up to 6 months if I don't cut too many nails.
Okay.
Sometimes I cut some used lumber and have nails or screws in, and that's hard on them. But they're hard tipped, and they last quite a while. Actually, I have a friend living in Texas,
Mm-hmm.
and he comes down here maybe almost once a year to visit.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got a little factory that makes these, right? These here.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes he brings a half a dozen, just gives to me.
Oh, for nothing.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
Get up. Get up. Whoa. Most times when I stop sawing, he doesn't hear it, and then he stops. He learned it.
Who is the first person that thought of all this idea, technology?
I had a thing like this down in Paraguay, when I lived in Paraguay, and I liked it real well. So when I come up here, I made me another one. I just made it myself.
How did you think of all this?
I had down at the Paraguay, I had a belt, like about a 3-inch wide belt that went around there like that, and that I had to splice it, and that made me some problems. So I thought I'd try cable here, and that cable worked pretty good. Looks all right now.
But is there like someone that's an engineer that thought of this? Like how all this stuff, like put it together?
No, I just thought it myself.
You didn't go to school for this?
No, it just comes automatically. That was a differential from a car or a truck, and then cut it off at the bottom and put it down there, and then that makes my double gear, you know. And it also gears it up a little. Really like that, you know, because this goes up and down, and the other goes at the side that way, so it have to have a bevel gear in there. We call a bevel gear that turns it. Okay, get up. Get up. Ooh.
And how long will this work for, this horse?
Oh, I usually put him a half a day at a time.
Okay.
Like this work here is not very hard work. It's just kind of light work. But if I run my blade up and rip the thick boards, then that takes more power.
Okay.
Get up.
And does this only know your voice, or does it know everybody's voice?
Anybody's horse could work in here.
Well, I need to try my get up then.
Okay.
Let me know when you're ready.
Well, down at the sawmill, you probably saw them down there, didn't you?
Yeah.
That they put in 8 horses.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this here's just a small one. This is a 1-horse operation. Sometimes I put in 2 blades at the side of each other, and it cuts wider because I just want to cut that out, you know.
Get up. It listens. And how do you say stop in your language?
Whoa.
Whoa.
That's for horses or oxen. Get up. I've got a whip here too, you know.
Oh. So when it doesn't listen, you'll use this.
Yeah. Sometimes when he doesn't want to go right away, I just pull this down, and then that might work.
Whoa.
Next time you see it, let's see if we can.
So hold on.
Yeah.
No, I just want to see it move.
Okay, I'm ready.
And does that hurt?
Not real bad, no. It just touched him a little bit, that little chain there. Oh.
And what do you do with the excess wood or the excess
Sawdust.
sawdust?
I scatter it around sometimes. I put some here on the floor.
Chicken
Sometimes I put it out in the fields or something.
Chicken house, like for the chicken house.
And the piece of scrap wood, we burn that in our cook stove.
Okay, so nothing goes to waste.
You know, I made 3 of this type things already here. One for our own people couple, and then one outsider. He lives on the other side of Belize City, and he wanted one. He's got a kind of a children's home, and he has children to take care of, and he would like to come in with the same rights that the Mennonites have, you know, here in Belize. and he wanted to prove him that he bought a buggy and a horse. He wanted to prove him that he's a Mennonite, but he wasn't really.
Did he speak the language?
English, just English.
Ah.
Get up.
You can pull it now. Don't go. You can pull it.
Get up.
I don't want to hurt it. I just don't want to hurt the animal.
See?
And this is helping with what?
What, this here?
Yeah.
That's a rasp, wood rasp. That's you can, like, you can take the edge off.
Ah, yeah.
Well, let's see if these here fit.
And this is only for bees.
Only for bees, yeah. There, that should fit pretty good.
And so you make one case a day, or
Oh,
one?
I just as order for 10 of these. That's all I've got right now. Oh, there's a complete hive. Did you see that?
No.
See, that's what I'm making now. These here, just like that.
Okay, I see.
That's the way they look when they're finished. Like that. Then here, they get what they call foundation. It's wax, beeswax, a thin sheet, the middle in here, and that's it's printed right at the size of their cells, you know, and then they build on it, and that way they stay straight. Then once they're filled with honey, you just lift them out one at a time.
So you're building 10 of these, 10 cases.
No, just 10 of these frames.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you're building one
For one, yeah.
for one. And something like this is going to cost like how much money?
Altogether, I charge $200 like this.
Okay. But that takes a whole day or a whole week, or?
I can barely make it in a day.
Wow.
This here is long. Oh, now you go.
And you're also putting the screws in,
Yeah, there's nails.
the nails.
Yeah.
And are you also making the case
Yeah,
as well?
I made it all. I've made it all completely. This here, I had orders for 2 complete, and the one took it already, and doesn't here says he didn't take it yet. And then another order is for just 10 of these. He says he's got the case, he just wants these frames.
And why do you paint it white?
That's reflective of the sun, so it won't be so hot. You know, it's black, it absorbs.
Yeah.
And white reflects.
Yeah, okay. And then here, and how many bees are going to fit in something like this?
Well, that depends. A lot of times they have big swarms. Then you can put another one on top, another one on top, and even more. Sometimes they have up to 4 or 5 hive.
And are the bees for business or just for local consumption?
Mostly local consumption. That they sell it. It's pretty expensive. I forget now what the price of a liter.
Or you guys sell by the liter?
Quart. They go. That's about like a liter. There's that little strip right there.
And this, can they also come out of here?
Yeah, they go in and out. That's the only place for in and out. They go. They bring their pollen,
Yes.
stuff like that in and deliver it. And they work together. It's a nice example for us to work together.
Now, do they also pollinate the nurseries and the fields?
Oh yeah, they claim that without bees, humans couldn't exist.
And what is this thing?
That's what they call a wash machine.
And you made this?
Yeah. We put the water in it and the clothes, and then here it goes like that, and that flops it one side to the other. You know, that beats it out.
So the truth is, this community is not doing nothing by technology, like nothing with electronics.
Only thing we go out and buy something, or then sometime, but we make our own wash machines and stuff.
Because in shipyard, the women have
They have a motor.
they have a motor, they have the electric ones.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Of course.
Okay, this is by hand.
Yeah.
And this is still being made. And you're selling this to your local community,
Yeah,
correct?
it's a man up in Birdwalk, a young man that is planning to get married, and then he ordered this for his wife.
And this is going to cost us what?
I'm charging $225.
So this thing is huge, and this is as much as the bees.
Yeah, but this here takes a lot more time for the frames to build this inside. This here is just a shell. More or less.
Okay, but
It has that agitator inside, yeah.
So the first time, this is new. So the first time you wash it, do you have to like clean it out multiple times
Well,
with water?
Maybe a little bit, not very much. Usually not.
And in comparison to like a normal washer, how good does it wash? Like how clean?
That depends on it. It does pretty good if you're
you're strong.
enough.
And it's only the women that do this.
Mostly, I help sometimes. I help my wife sometimes.
This
Got
is
another one back there where we use for ours.
this is so fascinating.
Most of the people around here have this type. There's a few that have a little different type kind of around.
Uh-huh.
They run with a horsepower. Like I could rig one up here too for my wife. But we don't have much clothes to wash.
Oh, so this will spin by. You'll put the handle instead of the handle.
You could, but what they run with the horse, it's a round one, more like a half barrel, and then that turns, flops around, you know, and that's what they use. The horse turns and runs it.
So if you had like many children, you would have that.
Yeah, there's a few that here that have that, but most of them have this type here.
From a car. Is this from a pickup truck?
It looks like it. I think it's a little bigger than a car.
Yeah. And how did you learn all of this like stuff from your dad?
Yeah, it's just I don't know. Some people are born that way.
Okay.
And others are born another way. Maybe that's all I know. It just comes kind of automatic for me.
You know, I think like people that grow up in this community, I think you guys have a faster brain to learn things very quickly.
I think I know what you mean, because today they depend on technology, not on the brain as much. Like we don't have calculators to figure. We figure in our head, and people have calculators. They look at the you know, and then they get away from you in your head.
So with the Amish people or the Mennonites, you guys work until your 60s, 70s, or do you guys slow down and like just retire?
Some do. I retire too, but not with a paid pension. I mean, I just do my own work, what I need. I don't work like I used to be a farmer. I farm and raise crops, but I'm getting old now, so I just be content with this kind of work. Good enough for me.
And you make enough living to buy food
we don't have big expenses. Our health is good. We don't have much hospital bills and anything like that either. But if we do, we have that system among us that if somebody has a hospital bill, we all chip together and help pay it. And we don't have insurance. You know, that's our insurance. We all help each other.
That's a beautiful way.
It is. It's actually the best way.
Yeah. And is the new generation learning how to do this and do these systems, or are they kind of...
As our children grow up, they get used to it. They help and get along. They learn it. Just comes to you because they learn from youth. Get up. My dad, he was a carpenter and a mechanic and whatnot.
Are these machines from the U.S.?
This here?
Yeah.
Probably.
And what is this called?
I bought it used down here.
What is this called?
Vice.
Vice.
Yeah.
Like a vice grip.
Right, yeah.
They're pretty small for the needles.
Oh, and he'll pull out.
And do bees only want wood, or can they also use plastic trays?
Now they're starting to make plastic, thin sheet of plastic, then they cover it with beeswax because they won't build on plastic. You have to have beeswax. They melt the wax and put it on each side. That makes it stronger because the plastic is stronger. The beeswax in itself is weak. It's not strong enough.
Okay. And so plastic is becoming better?
It's stronger.
It's stronger?
Yeah, that's the main thing, I guess.
And you can make those by machine, right?
We don't make it, we can buy it.
Okay.
There's companies that specialize in bee equipment. So that's a frame now.
And you have 10 of these to do?
10, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I make 10 already.
And how often do people get, like, do you need an order do you do an order once a week, once a month?
Oh, not very many. This here's just. Well, I made that over there probably 3 months ago. And now I got an order for another 10, just the 10 frames.
Okay, one box or
Yeah, for one box. Yeah.
one unit.
Mm-hmm.